1400 BC in ancient Greece, sitting upon a column once standing at the entrance of Delphi, the words "Know thyself" was inscribed. In fact, all our contemplative and wisdom traditions have various technologies and practices to help us uncover the truth of the most profound question that we can ever ask: who am I? These practices can be summarized as the art of self-realization. In other words, we are asked to realize our true nature, that part of us that stands as the witness behind all things that is forever unchanging. The traditions call this the groundless ground of all being. In doing so, we release attachments to the things that we are not, the things that are fleeting, or the things that are causing us to suffer. I believe this is one of our most important practices to engage with on a daily basis. I include it as one of the 11 steps in the book. As we connect with this wisdom, the light shines through our body and we heal. Let's think of this process as peeling away the various layers of an onion until we finally reach the truth of who we are at our essence or our core. The first layer is our attachment to our thoughts, emotions, feelings, beliefs, and so on. We have thoughts, but we are not our thoughts. We have emotions, but we are not our emotions. We have feelings, but we're not our feelings, and so on. The next layer is the complex roles we play, right? Mom, dad, husband, and wife. This includes the many masks we wear, the various shells we crawl into to hide ourselves from others, and the armor we wear to put up as a defense, right, to protect ourselves. We're actually not even the most obvious, right? Our body. We do not have the same body we had when we were 2 or 3. Whatever is changing cannot be our true nature. Our true nature is unchanging and eternal. There's an old Sanskrit saying called neti neti, or not this, not that. In other words, we are asked to negate all the things that we are not in order to peel the onion down to our core. And as we do so, the feeling state of bliss might arise and visit. It's a feeling state of freedom from. So imagine your body as a beautiful chalice filled with water, or all the attachments. The goal is to release these attachments. Each and every time we do so, we begin to experience freedom from these attachments. So now it goes, I have thoughts, but I am not my thoughts. I am free of my thoughts. I have emotions, but I am not my emotions. I am free of my emotions, and so on. And as we do so, we begin to separate subject, or our true essence, from the many objects we associate or attach with. Everything that we can make object is not us, simply because there must be a subject, something profound behind all these things. In the Hindu and great wisdom traditions, they speak of Turiya, or the fourth state. So there's postulated to be 5 states of consciousness, not stages. The first is awaken, then dream. The third is deep, formless sleep. All of these states are associated with specific brainwave functions. Turiya is the 4th state. It's the state of witness consciousness, and where the feeling state of bliss arises. If we identify with the seer behind all things, we disassociate or release attachments from the world of form, which brings this great wave of freedom or bliss. So the chalice is emptied of all of its contents, and we stand as witness, the subject to all objects arising in our field without judgment or attachments. Technically, this is not even a state, right? Because it's always there, it's always available. We're just too caught up in the world of form and attachment. The journey, interestingly, does not stop there. Your empty cup free of attachment is waiting to be filled once again with something far more expansive and profound. If one stays open, the great cosmos may decide to visit one last time, offering a rare opportunity and glimpse to see that which lies beyond. There are many terms for this, so recall the Hindu tradition we had Turiya, the fourth state. The next state is called Turiya Tita, or beyond the fourth state. Other names include unity consciousness or cosmic consciousness, and where witness consciousness offered bliss as its feeling state, unity consciousness offers love. At last, if we peel just one more layer and take a step behind the witness, we may be gifted with an awareness of the groundless ground of all being. In Zen Buddhism, they call this the original face, or the face we had before we were born. It's here where the subject and object merge again to become one. So the great mysteries of life are found in paradoxes, right? So recall bliss, freedom from, involve releasing all of these attachments, separating subject and object. Unity consciousness, on the other hand, is like the prodigal son. It calls for their return. There's not one single part of the cosmos that is excluded. Everything is welcomed and invited. The body's chalice had to release attachments of the thousands of fragmentations or our identities in order to fill back up with everything as an integrated whole. Our good parts, our bad parts, subject and object now fuse again. So imagine the surfer, right, becomes one with the wave. Or you look up in the cloud, I am the cloud, I am the ocean, I am the Big Bang, I am death and life. But you hold all of these different parts with love and compassion, good and bad. Unity consciousness offers fullness, love, integration, resolution of dichotomies, unity, interconnectedness. Unity consciousness can be thought of as the experience, right? Not the practical understanding of the words spoken by Jesus when he said, the kingdom of God is within. The Great Awakening is when we release attachments and no longer identify with the body, but rather begin to identify with the soul, where all things are possible. We're the heir to the spiritual laws. In the companion course to the book, I've created a couple meditations to help connect with witness and unity consciousness. For now, practice neti neti. It's such an easy practice. I am not this, I am not that. I am free of X, Y, Z. Begin to release attachments and connect with your highest, healthiest, and most heroic version of yourself that's connected to everything else. We need to get rid of the separation narrative. We need to get rid of the narrative that tells us that we are limited by our roles, our emotions, and feelings. Thanks so much for listening.